Thank you very much. I have to tell you, so many people thank me for being here tonight. I want to thank you. I mean, this is a great opportunity to be with real Americans who care about this great country and who care about one another. Now, I've seen a lot of people talking. By the way, I want to say hi to everybody over there. Isn't it amazing when you come together for a high purpose like this? You feel connected even when 8th Avenue is dividing us, right?
Thank you. Great chance. That was a 4
I want to tell you, I had the opportunity to meet with a bunch of folks down in New Orleans Saturday at a tea party there. And I heard something very similar to what I heard walking up here tonight. And I heard people talking about race. They were not members of the Tea Party. They were yelling and demonstrating, as is their right. But it occurs to me that those who want to accuse the Tea Party of all sorts of nasty things do so for only one reason. You are scaring the hell out of them. You are scaring people all over this country. You, my friends, are dangerous. And I love that about you. Because as this nation has demonstrated from its very founding, an idea whose time has come is impossible to resist, no matter what the odds. And it is time for you and me and our fellow citizens to understand we are coming together out of love and not hate. Out of love and not anger. Love of country, love of Constitution, love of God, and love of this nation's founding principles, ideals, and values. Outside the Tea Party are millions more Americans whom we've got to reach out to. Of every race, religion, creed, of every kind of American. Because there's another secret, and it's a secret the left in this country doesn't want you to release across the land. It is that there is one race in America, and it is the American citizen. You and I are honor-bound to support the Constitution that we cry out to be honored by our elected officials. You and I are honor-bound to support the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, our founding values, and we are so fortunate to live in a nation that occasionally loses its way, we have to admit. We have allowed ourselves over the last 30 years to be divided by wedge issues. They are issues that are critically important to be resolved in our society, but they are distractions and diversions from the issue at hand, which is for this nation to realize its potential and for you and me to deliver upon the promise of the founders. Two ideals embodied in our Constitution, our Declaration of Independence, our founding documents, and the souls of our founders themselves. Americans are defined by those two ideals, those two values and principles, and thank God Almighty, two rights. The right of individual liberty and the right of equality. Equality of rights and equality of opportunity. Diversion on all sorts of issues, whether they be abortion, gay marriage, the Second Amendment. By the way, I've never understood that particular one, since it's in the Constitution, shouldn't be an argument, right? But the reality is, we have allowed this government to create $1 trillion in deficits that will run for at least the next 10 years, robbing not only this generation, but future generations. $100 trillion in unfunded liabilities in Social Security, Medicare and Medicaid, $14 trillion in national debt, to the point that today, almost 45% of every dollar in our economy goes through local, state, and federal governments. Almost half of our economy right now is a socialist economy, and no one is talking about it. You and I have a responsibility that I know that you are ready to honor and to insist, and that is the recognition of the reality that we live in and the insistence that our elected officials understand that the middle class of this country, the working man and woman of this country and their families, are the foundation and the bedrock of our people and this great nation. We are, it is often forgotten of late, we are a constitutional republic. And a constitutional republic depends, as does any democracy, on one fundamental principle, and that is the rule of the majority. When is the last time you heard one of your elected officials at any level talk about the rule of the majority, the will of the people, the consent of the governed? That we must insist upon. Let's do so with a reminder to everyone who watches, who joins us from every corner of our society in this great movement. We do so out of love. Love of country, love of God, love of this Constitution, and love of our fellow citizens. God love you, and God bless America. Thank you.
I can't follow that. It's almost impossible. Come on up here. There is no way I can thank this man for what he did tonight. He made a major change in his schedule because he is an American. And he is a proud American, and I'm proud to say thank you. Thank you. Kellen, come on up here. Lisa Wave, come on up here. We're looking at the rain. We're still out here. Our spirits are high, and I want to introduce a couple people. We have diversity in Tea Party 365, and I want you to see the picture. I want the cameras to take this shot.